video has started. So everybody, what's up? Nick,
Tim,
Sean,
how you guys doing?
welcome back to another episode of The Elevator Life. Today we want to cover, a really important topic we always discuss as well is opportunities in China. I mean, right off the bat with you, you've been here about 2 weeks. Your thoughts on finding opportunities approaching you, etc.
So I came out to China not knowing what to expect. I've been talking to these guys for months now, and they keep saying, you gotta get out here, we're doing big things. Every time I talk on the phone to them, they've met someone new, they've got some new opportunity, and I was starting to think that they were full of crap. I really wasn't sure that I believed it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make you put your money where your mouth is. I'm gonna come out here, and we're gonna see what's really going on.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
everything they've told me is entirely 100% true, and then some. The opportunities out here, I mean, just even in the meetings I've been in and the people that I've met and the opportunities that have come my way by being here for 2 weeks have been unbelievable. I'm totally shocked that it really is all true.
Yeah, sounds good. Sean was, a little nervous when he was getting in here, but, he's really grasped the Chinese culture. And, it's been cool to see, an entrepreneur back home, he's making moves back home, to be able to bring him over here into kind of our world, what we've been doing, and show him, and, then he grasped it as well, it's a little confirmation for us, that, people can do it,
Yeah, you can absorb the information over here as long as you have the right source of information, kind of people to help set you up, get you on your feet, kind of get you moving, and that's what we've done with Sean. Really, it was, I keep saying crash course, but it really was, he came here and then the next day we were to meetings, the day after that to a new city, the day after that a different city, the day after that Canton Fair, the day after that quick vacation. It was really, really packed schedule, but we wouldn't want it any other way because we want to make sure you got the most of his time out here. And another question, you found some opportunities out here you're pretty happy with? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of those things, if you're coming to China and you're looking for opportunities, you want to come out here, have a plan. Don't just hop on a plane knowing nobody and say, okay, what's up? Let's see what's going to happen. I originally came out here at this time because of the Canton Fair, which is the largest trade fair in China. The place is absolutely massive, and you can source any product you want. Maybe you guys can cut in some clips of that right now.
Man, look at all those people.
Absolutely huge. And then, having these contacts already and their network has really allowed me to come in and say, all right, what can we make happen? What opportunities can I find for myself? And I'm going to be leaving with some very actionable things that I'm going to be working on, and trying to get into the Chinese market and hopefully do some big things.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of the things we speak on too, is networking before you come over here. I remember that's something that we didn't do prior to coming over here, and there's definitely some lag time for us. But now that there is, a group of entrepreneurs like us, not only in Guangzhou, but in Shenzhen and Hong Kong, if you're thinking about coming over to China, it is not that difficult to reach out to one of us, and we can help you along the process of what are you interested in over here, what are you wanting to look for, do you need actual help coming over here? There's a lot of people now to reach out to, through the internet that can make it a whole lot easier for anyone that's looking to come over here.
Yeah, if you're willing to make the jump out here, it's no small step. We all did it, and everybody who's gone through it knows how hard it is, especially if you're trying to do it by yourself. And I know being able to help people come over here, or anybody who asks me questions, it's really no problem for us to take some time, show them around, answer some questions.
We enjoy it.
Yeah, it's cool to see someone starting down their own kind of path, because even now we can look back on some people who we work with or know who are kind of in the steps, 10, 15 steps behind where we are now, and it's really exciting watching them. Oh, I remember those times, or I remember going through that process, and it's really cool to see from our point of view.
Definitely. So this is something we always talk about, all these opportunities over here in China. You heard it from Sean as well. But what does it mean for all you guys back home? What does it mean for the people that aren't here in China? How can we relate, you just getting over here for 2 weeks, how can we relate us saying, yeah, there are a ton of opportunities over here? How does that relate to someone back home?
So the way I look at it is, and it's similar to internet marketing. You can find any hobby or anything you like to do, and you can find a way to make money on doing it online. That same concept applies internationally. It applies to China. Say you're a huge camper and you like going camping and fishing, doing outdoor stuff.
Loves it.
You could come out to China and you can source your own brand of tents or backpacks. We saw that at the Canton Fair.
Yep.
So I think that having an idea of what you want to do and then using China as the vehicle with which to do it in terms of big business is, I think that's one of the best ways to look at it, because I came out here having, you know, a couple ideas of things that I knew a lot about, things I liked, and so I viewed everything from within that lens. So I'm looking at here, it's like, oh, how can I relate that to this, or how can I relate that to that? How can I bring this back home? How can I send something to China? And when you look at it from that perspective, it really allows you to, you know, understand what opportunities are here and how you can do something unique. So
definitely. But yeah, one last thing I'd like to chime in on is, you know, it's not only business. That's a lot what, you know, he understood when he was seeing everything that's happening over here. There's opportunities because it's such a new market that even if you're not in business, if you are into videos, if you're into making music, if you're into writing, you know, there are opportunities over here because the market's so new for any kind of person coming over here.
Exactly, and you guys have some very, very, you know, concrete examples of each of those things, and so I'm sure you're going to talk about those in future videos. But
definitely,
you know, it's not just business. You can find lifestyle business. You can find, you know, hobbies or whatever. I mean, it's all possible out here. It just depends on what your goals are for your life.
Yeah, anything you really want to do, you can get it fast-tracked if you come to Asia, or China in particular, because Tim just said, the market's so new, you're able to penetrate it, you know, right when you get off the plane, you know, right after university in our case, and just really hit the pavement and see where you end up. And I guarantee the path will be a lot faster than if you stayed in the States and took the traditional route.
Definitely.
All right.
So, opportunities in China?
Yeah, come check them out for yourself, everybody.
All right, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about networking over here in China. It's a subject that we speak a lot about, you know, in our videos, and we want you guys to hear it from Sean's mouth as well. We'll chime in on our experiences with him, having him over here, and go from there. So, what do you think about the opportunities to network over here and build your business?
Well, one thing I've always learned with the time I've spent in Asia in general is that if you're an American or a European and you know you've got a solid business sense or just common sense, it is easier to network in Asia than anywhere else. And China and Guangzhou in particular is absolutely no exception. It's much easier to get access to the people that you want to be talking to. In the United States, if you want to go up to like Donald Trump and be like, hey man, let's sit down for a meeting. It's not going to happen. But
maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
I haven't tried yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But here, it's one of those things where it's just if you're out here and a white dude from Portland, Oregon, and you're here, people are like, oh, you must be doing big things. If you've come all the way up to Guangzhou and to be spending your time here and spending your 20s out here doing this stuff.
Yep.
And I think that's a really important thing to consider, is just how easy it is to access people that can make decisions, that have money, that can open doors for you.
Yeah, what he hit on just now that I couldn't agree more with, especially through our experience, is the access to the decision makers. Normally, like you just said, in the States, you have to get through a whole bunch of levels and phone calls and emails up to the director, the managing director, the general manager, whoever. And here, it's simply a conversation, a business card exchange, a direct email, and before you know it, you're at lunch or dinner within the next few days. That's happened since you've been here 3 times this week for me. It's just really that simple. The access to the person, there's none of the BS of dealing with the bureaucracy of, oh, I have to confirm with my boss, or oh, let me check with my manager. You meet with the guy who will make the decisions that will, ultimately decide whether your product will or will not be, whether they will or will not be a client, rather.
Yeah, we've had the privilege to take Sean on some meetings of ours. Maybe some investor meetings, maybe some distributing meetings, just all that kind of stuff. And so he's been able to see it first person, and it's been a cool experience to kind of share that with him, as well as you guys can hear it from his mouth that networking here has launched our business, and everyone knows that networking has the power to launch your business wherever you are. You need other people to help you build your business.
Yep.
That's what it takes. And so with how it works over here with us, networking has really taken us to the next level. Elevated us to the next level. And it can do that for everyone else. You got the government, the American government, that's willing to help you over here. You have other business owners that are willing to help you over here, because there's not a lot of them.
Yep.
So we can all help each other out. It's back again, relating it to the idea of the new market.
Well, and so many people are doing different things. So to help you out, it's not going to hurt them at all.
Exactly.
And in a lot of ways, it's complementary. Say you own a or you have you're friends with a restaurant owner, and you're bringing wine in, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, we don't have any, Oregon Pinot Noirs, which everybody's asking for.
Exactly.
And so, there you go. It's like a win-win situation. It helps each other, and you see examples of that all over the place.
And your meeting includes drinking wine and eating good food, so who can really complain about that?
That's a really good point, though. The no competition factor. No one sees it as competition because it's so new and the market's so big.
Yeah.
It's like, help you, help you.
When you've got over 1 billion people in China, there's plenty of pieces of the pie for everybody.
Yeah, and that's what's really cool is, there's other markets, Beijing, Shanghai, ones everybody knows, but for Sean so far, he's seen Guangzhou, which, a little less developed in regards to foreigners. So he's really got to see the access foreigners can have directly, the direct interaction they have with each other, because ultimately we're in a market that's developing very quickly, but still behind Shanghai or Beijing. So.
Yeah, for sure.
And we haven't even taken a look at the second or third tier cities yet.
Yeah.
So
another post about that one will be coming up for sure.
All right, guys, networking in China. Thanks again, Sean, for being here, sharing with everyone.
My pleasure.
And maybe see you in Boracay tomorrow.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Sounds good. Cheers, everybody.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.